I asked them to open up this vehicle right quick for me because I think it's a fascinating variant, major upgrade on the M48, of which the Germans had quite a few, at least until the Leopard days. Then they served alongside Leopard. But to do so, to simplify matters, they upgraded it with the same gun that Leopard had, so 105, the same infrared night vision system. Did they upgrade to the same engine though? Because if you go online, it'll say, yes, they did. If you look at the data sheet here, it says, no, they didn't. I asked the mechanic who drives the thing, he says, no, it's petrol, just smell it. An interesting poster, and always a good reason to have an actual tank accessible to you so you can check it out. But in the meantime, a quick tour around the M48 A2GA2. Bit of a mouthful, really. So when it comes to the other changes, you can see the cast mantlet because, well, if they're putting the 105, I guess they felt the need to change the mantlet. Now, I don't understand if that was absolutely necessary because if you look at the M48 A5 or the Magach upgrades, they don't seem to have changed the mantlets. But the Germans thought it was necessary. I also put the thermal shroud on the 105, which the American M60s hadn't gotten around to yet. They were just doing it, actually. So the M48 A2GA2 started conversion in 1978. And it's not too far off the time that the M60A3 started coming online. They converted about 650 of these in 2 years, so pretty rapid going. They have replaced the cupola with the machine gun with a German-style cupola with the flat horizontal rotating hatch. Night vision is the same night vision box that you'll find on the Panzerkanon on a Leopard 1. But anyway, let's have a very quick gander around inside and see what changes they made on the inside of an A2GA2 because you don't get to see it very often. As I climb up, I'll just notice a couple of other Germanifications. The rubber skirting, the German smoke grenade launchers, new antenna. Shield to cover the piping or the electrical cable that comes in from the searchlight. So as again, one of the big changes obviously is going to be on the loader side because they've gone from 90mm ammo to 105. And as I'm looking at it, well, first thing, the breech guard / spent casing bin is seized in position, so I can't fold it down. Obviously we now have a 105mm gun, and it's the same type as on the Leopard. It's not the American M68 as you would find a lot of other M48 upgrades, because hey, it's the same gun as on the Leopard 1. Why not have some compatibility? In fact, that's part of the point of this whole process, is compatibility with the Leopard equipment. But the ammunition is basically gone from the turret. So the bustle is a big empty spot with storage racks. I've got 1, 2, 3 ready rounds over my right shoulder here. All the rest of the ammo is stored low under the turret ring. So I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13. I have 14 rounds stowed vertically to my left. I have another 14 rounds to the left of the driver. Kind of curious if there's any to the right of the driver. Let's have a quick look. Ow. Under the gun there's an additional 4. Horizontal sliding breech block. Still have the rangefinder that goes all the way across the turret, although I do have a new control here on the right for the electrical safety, fire, safe, hydraulic power, looks like on and off, and air on and off, so the loader gets a few more controls. Oh, this German traffic stick. Spare smoke grenades on the right here. But yeah, that's the loader side. All right, so scooting over to the commander side, and the man's right, it smells like petrol in here. Yeah. Stereoscopic rangefinder is still fitted. The commander's control is still the same. The radio system, the intercom system, is converted to the German type. Smoke grenade launchers still seem to be the same. And the stereo rangefinder having That's your filter. Oh, that's annoying. All right. So I've been looking for quite some time to try to find a working stereoscopic rangefinder because the whole flying the geese description, I've read it several different times in several different manuals, including official ones. And it still strikes me as the sort of thing that you probably have to experience firsthand to do. This seems to be a working rangefinder. Unfortunately, there's a wall right in front of me. That doesn't help me very much. That said, I don't actually see any other changes here, except, again, the bustle has now been, the cupola has now been changed. So I have a slew of periscopes going around, again, the very good German ones. There is a skate ring now for the machine gun. I can slide an MG3 around. But other than that, the only other change that I can think of is probably going forward into the gunner's position. And down I go. So as I'm looking around to see the old ballistic computer here, I mean the analog with cogs, and Hesh, interestingly, is the one that's set as a default. So let's see if I can get at what's on the other end, and the other one blank. Hang on, I saw heat, there's heat. Okay, so Hesh is all the way in. That's APDS. That's heat. Okay, so you got Hesh, heat, APDS. You would have thought it'd be much simpler. You know, you just put it all the way out, and that's the one that you need next. But Hesh is the first one, so I guess that was considered the most important for the Germans. Let's see. Filters and crank. Well, this optic is, that's a pretty basic optic. I have the auxiliary sight to my left. I see the controls for the hydraulic system, the main gun, and the coax. Unity sight. What I don't see is where the night vision, unless the night vision is actually a part of the module. That's always possible. I was expecting a much larger night vision box, honestly, but I don't see. No, I don't see anything that might indicate switch to night mode versus day mode. Machine gun versus main gun. It's entirely possible that the night vision kit was removed from this tank. Oh well. And yes, there is ammunition to the front on the right hand side. As I'm getting out of the tank, I will also say I appreciate the anti-step coating that they've added to the turret. So sure enough, it smells like petrol in there. Make of that what you will. So it's not a major video. I'm going to do an M48 properly and thoroughly at some point, but in a couple of minutes that I happen to have to spare, I thought this was a significant enough variant of the M48 to have a quick video of its own. So thanks to the Deutsches Panzer Museum in Munster for letting me climb in. They opened up the hatch and all the acorns have already started falling in. And do the Patreons for helping fund me to get out here. All right, hope you found it interesting and informative. Take care. I'll talk to you on the next one.